Hello and welcome back to Channel England Football. So Gareth Southgate signs a new contract, keeping him as England manager until 2024. Here's my thoughts on that news. So straight away, I'm going to say it, unless you're a complete idiot, this is the greatest news I have had as my time supporting England. Anybody who watched the news conference following the announcement will know just from the very beginning and at the first couple of minutes when they were reading out some interesting facts about Gareth Southgate's time in charge of England, you will realise that this is great news and a great time to be an England fan. So Southgate is by far the most successful England manager of my lifetime, my generation, and almost a generation before. We reached our first final in 55 years under Gareth Southgate, our first ever European final. For the past two qualifying rounds, England have been the highest scoring European nation. That's for the last Euros and the World Cup. In the past year, in our entire history, we've scored the most goals, we've scored the most victories and kept the most clean sheets. His record is he's played 68 games, won 44, scoring 152 goals in that time, giving him a win percentage of 64%. He's handed out 50 debuts to a whole range of England players. And the most amazing statistic of all, let this one sink in the 50 years after 1966, England won 6 knockout games in tournaments. That's at the Euro and World Cup combined. In the last 2 tournaments alone, so 3 years, England have won 5. That in itself is enough reason to warrant Southgate getting his contract. Never mind the fact that we've got to our first final in my lifetime. Never mind the fact that we've got to our first Euros final in my lifetime. Never mind the fact that we're scoring records amount of goals, finishing seasons with our most highest tallies in wins, clean sheets, everything. The man's record is ridiculous in relation to any other manager within my lifetime as England. Fantastic news for all of us as England fans that Southgate is now signed up until 2024. As we know, his contract was going to expire at the end of Qatar. This contract now takes him up until after Qatar, the following Euros, and then a few months after that to ensure that they're making the right decision following whatever results they are. We all know, though, that Southgate has set the bar high. England fans now want to see us go on and win. We need to win a tournament. That is going to be the expectation. But make no mistake about it, these are the expectations that Southgate has set. He has risen that bar to where it is today. No manager realistically before Southgate, let's be honest, realistically, winning a tournament wasn't something that was suggested should happen for someone to keep a job. It was a case of, let's just get a manager who can get us past a quarter final. Southgate's not only done that, but he's done it in almost every tournament we've been at with him. He has. Every tournament he's taken England to. He's got us to at least a semi-final. And like I said, that's far more than what's ever been achieved in my lifetime. I'm absolutely delighted with the news. And ultimately, I want to know from people that aren't. You know, what does Southgate have to do to win you over? The man's record, like I said, is ridiculous. I need to know why someone wouldn't be up for this. I need to know why certain fans are, against Southgate getting a contract. I think a lot of it comes from potentially people that don't usually follow England. Certainly people that don't go and watch them home or away. I think the majority of England fans that follow England regularly enjoy watching the friendlies every single game, are all absolutely delighted with this. Like I've said, a lot of these fans that I follow on Twitter have had their best moments of their lifetime following the national team. And it's great news. It's a great time. I think all the young players that we've got coming through in the best possible hands. Footballers want to play for their country again, which has never happened in my lifetime. It's always been a case of, players pulling out of, call-ups, not wanting to go to tournaments, being scared to have an impact with the national team. That's no longer the case. We've got England fans loving watching England. We've got England players loving playing for England. And it's a great time to be an England fan. So yeah, that's my thoughts. And I do really want to know from the people that don't agree with that. I don't know who else would be a better pick. One of my questions to anyone who does doubt Southgate, I think he's a fantastic manager. Long live Southgate in the role of England manager. I wish him all the best. Thank you very much for watching. Please leave me your comments below, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.